Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today this is a big day for many Fujifilm users. At last, after several years of waiting, here it is, the X-E5, and it doesn't come on its own. It comes with a new lens, the 23mm 2.8. Like pancake, really small, really great, beautiful. Thank you so much to Digit Photo in France that received me in their offices so I can record this video. But really special thank you to Fujifilm France and especially to Olivier Saint-Géry who lent me the camera so I can have it before launch. And this video that is published on June 12th of 2025 we are, okay, has been recorded because I did before so I could test it. So thank you so much to them. So I'm going to tell you everything and more things you cannot see there, more things that are here. So let's start. Honestly, when they told me the X-E5 was coming out, I would have never, ever expected this. It's hard for me to be concentrated because I'm so enthusiastic. This has nothing to do with what I have. I've got the X-E1. I presented the X-E4. I didn't like it that much. I preferred the X-E3 because I think it was too simple. The grip was not too good. But this has nothing to do. This is really, really something different. It reminds you of something, right? Look at this. This is the GFX 100 RF. Look at this. It probably also reminds you of the X106 here in silver, but you can look at them in black also. Here's the RF, the GFX 100 RF, and here is the X106 in black, okay? But when you look at it, the build, the way it looks, look at this, the way it looks is so much, a different level, so much, yeah, it's so different. And I would say that this camera now is more likely, it's not as much as the X-E line we know, it's more like on X106 with a swappable lens. Honestly, the difference is, yeah, it's incredible, the way they've built it. So I'm going to try to be as concentrated and objective as possible. This camera is really great. I think it was worth waiting. I'm going to tell you the specs, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to record everything here in mass. Why? Because I have to test it, use it, and then when I'm back home, I will record before publishing my conclusion and show you some sample. But so far, I can tell you I've already, before recording the introduction, I already used it for a couple of days, and I'm in love, okay? Some people will think I'm paid by Fujifilm. I'm not, okay? I'm not. But yeah, I think it was worth waiting for this, honestly. Well, I recorded part in France, part here. So this is why you see a different atmosphere, different clothing. So before going any further, I don't know when you see this video. I publish it on the launch day, June 12th, 2025. But I have to tell you two things. First, the camera, body only, and kit, I mean with the 23mm lens, will be available from August 2025. We can already pre-order. There are links in the description. And if you just want the lens, you will have to wait until the end of the year. That's important, year 2025. That's important because I think they want to protect people who want to buy the kit. Body plus lens, so they don't want to have a shortage in lenses. So this is why if you want just lens, you will have to wait. Same thing happened, I think, with the 27mm 2.8 when it was launched, okay? Before starting about specs, I prefer to speak about, as Fujifilm is not paying me, I always tell whatever I want. Digit Photo is not paying me, so I say what I want. Even if I was getting paid, I would tell what I want. So I want to speak about one point that some people will complain about. This is the price. If they compare the price to the X-E4, this one is a lot more money, like 1,500 euros, okay? So some people will think that, whoa, are they crazy? Are they mad? But I've got the X-E1, I tested the X-E4. I presented it on my channel. I actually prefer the X-E3 because the grip was nicer, more like this, than the X-E4 that was really not that good to handle. And this camera has nothing to do with these cameras. This is more like a new line, the club of the 40 million pix club. That could be this one, the X-T50, X-T5 and X106. If you want in a compact wave look size or whatever, we take out the X-T5 and we have the X106, this one, and the X-T50. Okay, so we speak about something completely different. I think Fujifilm has reorganized their classes, or I don't know what you call that, categories. I would say the entry level is no longer the X-E line. Well, there was the XA, but well, let's start with the X-E. I think this is no longer the entry level. The entry level now is the XM5. Okay, so this one now is the 40 million club. And that's what it is. So it has nothing to do with what you've seen before. The build, the quality, IBIS, 40 million pixel. This is something different, okay? So I don't know, they could have changed the name actually, stop the X-E line and call it different. But I think this explains a lot the difference in price. Obviously, I feel sorry for some people that thought that they would spend an extra 100 or 200 euros to get an X-E5 instead of an X-T4, and it's not going to be possible. Okay, so sorry for them, but sometimes it happens to me. I dream of a camera, and when the new version comes out, it's a lot more expensive because the features have nothing to do with it. Okay, so I wanted to start with this point because some people will debate, but honestly, after using this camera, this is where you understand the difference. Okay, it has nothing to do with the one before. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the specs, my opinion, but yes, I agree. The price is a big up, no doubt. Okay. By the way, if you wanted to help me, I've got affiliated links in the description. Please use them. That really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperture by Skylum or any product by K&F, product like K&F Concept, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. In the case of Luminar Neo and Aperture, it's 10% on top of any offer they have. You see a great offer, still place my code, it's even cheaper for you. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Let's carry on. So I'm going to give you some specs. I'm not going to get into every detail because obviously this is so similar to the X106, the X-T50, they're brothers or sisters, or you call them, okay? The sensor is APS-C. This is backlit sensor, 40.2 million pixel. The processor is the X-Trans 5. Big news, the IBIS that appears in this camera, 7 stop in the center, 6 stop on the border. And if you do video, there's possibly you can activate an extra stabilization, which is electronic, makes a slight drop, but it's even more steady. Okay, so but still, already the mechanical IBIS is really advanced. If you look at the camera, I said it looks so much like the GFX 100 RF, and yes, why? Because the top is one block of aluminum that is they worked in there, I don't know, they sculpt it, and then you get this result that is just beautiful, but the touch is so special too. So yeah, great design, no doubt. If you look at the viewfinder, yeah, it's still in the corner, same as the X-E4, but there's some news. You have the classical view mode. This way you have the information on the bottom. It's not as so much information in the viewfinder, so people will love it. And I don't know if they do that, but then also the kind of rangefinder look. It means you have a frame in there that tells you where you're framing, and it's just where it stops. I don't know to get the things out of it. I don't know how they do that, but still, it's really nice when you compose. You see exactly what you're doing and things around. I like it. That's nice. You obviously get the 20 film simulations with a small wheel, and you also can adjust to your taste, personalize this film simulation with 3 options on the wheel, the FS1, 2 and 3. And yeah, people love film simulation, they will find them here too, all of them. This camera also has a teleconverter time to. What is that for? This is digital. It means it makes a crop. But let's say you have any lens, like, for example, this 23mm, it's a bit too wide. You can activate it and you get like a 46mm angle of view, okay? And that's great. Some people will prefer to swap lenses, but maybe they don't have any other lens and they prefer to do it in camera. They don't want to crop in computer, so it's possible. Video feature. Well, you get the same as the X106. I think it's so similar. 6.2K open gate, 30p. Obviously, you have some 4K, some Full HD, all this. Okay, I don't get into too much details with that because same as the rest. The ISO from 125 ISO up to 12,800 ISO, and you can force it to 6480, 25,600, and 51,200. The flash synchro is 1/180th of a second. Yeah, typical on Fujifilm. And if we look at the shutter speed, from 30 seconds, the mechanical one, from 30 seconds up to 1/4000th of a second, plus bulb mode, and the maximum electronic shutter speed is 1/180,000th of a second. If you cannot freeze the action with that, I cannot do anything for you. Sorry about that. If we speak about the autofocus, it's really fast, and the subject detection is based on AI. Guess what? AI is everywhere nowadays. I don't know what it means really. They all call AI for everything, but you can detect animals, birds. Mr. Fujifilm, birds are also animals, but I understand that you separate it. Cars, motorbikes, bicycle, planes, trains, insects, and drones. Every morning when I wake up, I go and make pictures of drones. I'm just laughing, but for some people that's good because they do create content and they film their own drones or things like this. It's great that it detects it. That's good. If we look at the battery, well, the battery, I'll give you the CPA result up to 400 pictures or 45 minutes of video. 400 is a bit short. Honestly, I got more than that, okay? But I have to give you the CPA results because it is the only way you can compare cameras. I would love to have 400, but I do believe that if you manage properly your camera, you will get more than this. If we look at the size, 124.9mm by 72.9mm by 39.1 at the thickest, 33.1 at the thinnest. That's still a really compact camera. And if we look at the weight, 445 grams with battery and SD card, which is really okay. The price in France, I don't know, in the US because of the tariff or less, and price in the European Union will be similar, small variation depending on the VAT. Body only is 1,449 euros at the time of launch, and with lens, the kit is 1,799 euros. Luckily, I've got the whole Fujifilm family here, so I'm going to show you a bit more things with other cameras, okay? I think this camera picks things that people love in other Fujifilm cameras. Obviously, the same line as the X-E with the viewfinder in the corner that you find also on the X106, but this one is optical and this one is not, okay? But it goes further than this. If you look at the X-T50, many people love this film simulation wheel. They love it, okay? Well, you find it here. They've placed it here. Here you have a wheel with a small window and you can actually change the film simulation here. Yeah, so people don't say, I always tell the positive, I forget the negative. One thing. Here you have the viewfinder, here you have a detector of your eye. So when you go here, it will switch off the monitor and you will see through the viewfinder. Thing is, if you want to change the film simulation and you use your left finger, then it will cover the detector and it will switch off the screen. So it's important to use the right thumb or you go just over it. Is it a big problem? I think after 5 seconds you're used to it, but still, I think the thing is, in a compact camera, you need to place everything, so it's really hard to find a place for everything. But still, if you see when you touch it, it switches off the screen. It's not a failure. It's basically your thumb is going in front of it. Okay. And more things, like people who love to have the classical wheels for shutter speed, and then they have their aperture on the lens, and here you have the compensation, all this. They find it also on this camera. So this is the classical Fujifilm. And here you see this small button you have here that has some function on the X106. You also find it on this one, on the GFX 100RF. And it appears now here with a different function, and you can click here. So yeah, you can hide the logo and you know it's a Fujifilm camera, no doubt. You hide the logo and anyone will tell you this is Fujifilm. And there's one thing I always nag about, actually complained about it for the X-E4, because this camera, although many people use it for photography, has some advanced features if you look at video. And I would like to have a dedicated button to start recording. You can click here, or you could set this button in the corner to be for starting video. But still, I would have loved to have a dedicated button for that. Some people will say, well, Eric, this is more for photography, and many people who want to use Fujifilm with video, they will pick another Fujifilm, okay? But still, I tell it because of what I think. But honestly, look at the design, look at the way this is lower here. This is so beautiful. And in hand, it's a lot better than the X-E4, that it was too, yeah, it was so, yeah, not simple, with that so pure in the way of thinking that you should have everything really, yeah, as yeah, simple as possible. That it was not as good to hold. This one, you do get the same style of the GFX 100RF, and a bit, not exactly the same, but the hold of the X106. This is far better than the X-E4. Honestly, I think it is beautiful. It is beautiful, and it's a lot more camera. I don't say the one before was less camera, but I mean, you feel that's a big jump in design, in quality, and everything. This is beautiful. Let's look a bit more at the camera. Here you have a flip screen, okay, this way and that way. I think it's the same screen as we have, and same monitor as we have on the X106, it looks to me, okay. It doesn't flip towards. I know that some people would love to do video and selfie, so they would prefer to have that one that flips forward. But I think this camera is more thought for photography. And I know other people say, no, I don't do video, but I love to be able to turn the screen, so I protect it when I keep my camera in my bag. But I think this is made for that. Many people do it, but I've seen some people that damaged wire that goes in the monitor, it stopped working. You swivel the monitor when you need it, not just because it's for protection. So, well, it depends on what you want to do, but that's the way it is. Okay, so I'll tell you what I found here. Here you have the switch, so you can go autofocus, single or continuous, or manual focusing. Here I see there is a button, dedicated button that says Bluetooth, okay, maybe for faster connection instead of going through the menu. If we look at the battery, Fujifilm, they have only two types of batteries, the small one and the larger one, okay. This one you find on the X106, you find on the XT50, is smaller than the one you find on the XS20 or the XT5 or the GFX, okay. You have one card, UHS-2, and here you have a small joystick. I know some people prefer to have a pad. I love joystick, but it never rains to the taste of everyone anyway. All the wheels, they're not just wheels, they also press. You can actually press. So it gives you a lot of possibility to set the camera exactly to your taste and do function for everything. Here they have the famous Q button that access all the specs, okay. Yeah, I think here you have, it's not just a level like this, also a button here. You can really set the camera the way you want. Here you have the hot shoe that is here. Let's speak a bit about the lens. I don't have the specs yet, but I can tell you my opinion about the choice of focal length. Obviously, this is a lens you can remove if you don't like it, can get just a body and get and use another lens. But I think this lens is, yeah, lens I wanted when the 27mm 2.8 came out. Honestly, I don't like 27mm, which is equivalent of 40mm full frame. For me, it's too narrow when you go on the street or traveling. I prefer a bit wider. Actually, my favorite focal length is 35mm. So you can imagine my face when they said 23mm 2.8. Some people will complain that 2.8 is not that luminous, but I think if you get this lens because you want something really compact, travel, bring it anywhere, so you don't want to have a larger lens. So I think it's a good idea to have 2.3. Okay, so for me, that's great. If you look at the way it is, it's really, really beautiful, I think. It's, yeah, I'm really happy about it. A bit more about the lens. Well, it's XF 23mm f2.8 or WR. WR stands for weather resistant. Yeah, it's weather sealed and it can go down to -10 degrees Celsius, which is really cold. Okay, well, it's not Antarctic either, but I think this is great to have this. And it weighs only 90 grams. It's so light, really nice. It resolves without any problem the 40.2 million pixel, so that's good. And this is really compact. 8 elements in 6 groups with 2 aspherical elements to better the image quality. The size is really compact and the length is 23mm. It means the same length as the 27mm 2.8. As being wider angle, it should be a bit bigger, and they managed to make it as compact. The iris has 11 blades. This is why the autofocus is so creamy, really nice. And the minimum focusing distance is 20 centimeters. I think this is great. You can do proxy with that, not macro, but proxy is good. Like typical content creators that want to make picture of the plate, they can without any problem. The autofocus is really fast. I was impressed. It goes really well. If you look at the image quality regarding the lens, I'll notice at 2.8 you get a bit of vignetting, but really not much. Easy to remove in post-production. It will go away really fast. So yeah, no problem. I didn't do really advanced tests of the lens, but what I saw on normal use was really good. Honestly, I think I will get this lens myself because the quality is really, yeah, nice. It's really good. And if we look at the price is good also, 449 euros. When you get it, yeah, we'll have to wait until the end of the year. But if you want to get it with the camera, it will come out at 250 euros. So this is a great lens for that price, no doubt. I know some people will say, Eric, you said 2.8, it would be a lot bigger if it was more luminous. And why is then the X106 is f2 and it's not bigger, it's actually shorter? Okay, well, there's an explanation for that. This lens, I can remove it, okay? So it means all the optics have to be out of the body, okay? In this case, I cannot remove the optics. It means that part of the optics is in the body. Actually here, you have a mark that tells you where the sensor is. Well, in front of it, part of the optics is in the body, first. Second, here the shutter is a leaf shutter that is in the lens. Here the shutter is not in the lens, it's in front of the sensor. So you have even less space to be there, okay, to put this there. So this is the reason why a lens like this, if you want it to be f2 or f1.4, would be a lot bigger. Basically because you cannot, as being further, it's make it wider, and also it makes it a lot longer. This is the reason why. On this one, the X106, the fact that there is an integrated everything is together, there is a 4-stop ND filter in there. On this one, it's not possible because if they would put it in the lens, then when you change lenses, you wouldn't have any ND filter. And if they put it in the body, it needs to have more space even in front of the sensor, so that complicates a lot, okay? Let's speak about image quality. Well, actually, you know already the answer. You know already the image quality because this is exactly the same, except if you change lenses, obviously it depends on the lens you use, but it is the same image quality sensor-wise as you will find on the Fujifilm X106, the X-T50, the X-T5, the X-H2. I think the X-H2 also, because this is the HS2S, that's a BSI sensor. The X-H2 I think has the same sensor as the X-E5 and this one, okay? So you will find exactly the same image quality. And this is the good news. It means that when you actually buy a Fujifilm camera, you buy a sensation, a feeling, the way you hold it, the way you use it, or depending on the purpose of your camera, but you know the quality you will get. And I think this is important to know that, okay? So yeah, you won't be, if you're happy with this one or any of, I don't speak about the GFX, but or the X-T50 or X-T5 or X-H2, you will be happy with the image quality about this one because it's exactly the same, okay? So my conclusion, is this camera recommendable? Well, honestly, there is a big price leap. We agree on that, but we're not going to debate for hours. I think some people will evaluate if the new things are good for them. I speak about mainly, except a part of the design, I speak the larger sensor and the IBS. The 40.2 million pixel will give you a lot more details as long as your lens can resolve it. But lately, Fujifilm, they've remade most of the lenses, so if you have a recent lens, there will be no problem with that. And I think for many people it's interesting when you want to crop or you want to see more details or this is maybe interesting for many. If you look at the IBIS, it all depends on what you do. If you're a person that do a low light photography and you really want to drop the speed, then this is really interesting. If you make low light photography and your subject is moving anyway, you cannot drop the speed, so it doesn't really matter. And if you do video, that does bring a lot to have this IBIS. So honestly, for me, I think this is something you can decide yourself. Obviously, there is the 40 million pixel club, as I said, with the X106, the X-T50, the X-T5, which is a bit different than this one. The philosophy is a bit different. And the and this one, the X-E5. Okay, so if you look at these three, it all depends on how you use the camera. If you want to have a swappable lens, well, it will be the X-T50 or this one. If you want a viewfinder in the corner, it will be the X-E5 or the X100 Mark VI. One is optical, one it can be digital also, but this one is only digital. There are many things you have to evaluate, but the image quality will be the same. Okay, so for me, I think yes, this camera is completely recommendable, and for me, if I didn't have already 10 cameras, I would probably get it also. Actually, I would get all the Fuji's camera and many other brands also because I just love the feel of cameras and you playing with them, all this. So for me, great. If you're interested, you feel it's for you, go for it. There is pre-order links in description. Thank you so much to Fujifilm France for lending me the camera. Thank you especially to Olivier Saint-Jory, always deals with me with the relationship with Fujifilm France, so thank you to him. Thank you to Digit Photo for letting me use their offices to record part of this video. Thank you to you, obviously, for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here and there's a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also, leave you affiliating links in description. Please use them. That really helps me. And don't forget, if you want to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum or any product from K&F, it means a product like K&F Concept. They have several brands also. You get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. But don't forget, if you buy Luminar Neo or Aperty, it's 10% on top of any offer they have. You see, great offer. Still place my code, it's even cheaper for you. Thank you so much. That really helps me. Also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye. you.